Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Today, my dear friends, we are celebrating the 27th Sunday in Ordinary Time. And if this day, October 4, would fall on a weekday, we will be celebrating also the feast of Saint Francis of Assisi. But because in the liturgical calendar or the liturgical norms of the Church, by precedence, that Sunday of Ordinary Time takes a more solemn rank than the feast of Saint Francis of Assisi. Nonetheless, his example and his virtues would give us ample opportunity to reflect on today's readings. Yung mga pagbasa natin ngayong 27th Sunday in Ordinary Time ay isang paghahamon sa atin na tingnan ang ating pamamaraan ng pagtrato sa sarili nating buhay, sa mundo, at sa lahat ng napapasaloob sa mundong ito. Permanence and consistency. I would like to emphasize these two things. Permanence and consistency. We all strive for that. Life would be much easier if there is some certain kind of permanence and consistency. For example, when you start working in an institution, say an office, kapag bago ka pa lang, yung ginagawa mo sa opisina, halos abutin ka ng siyam-siyam, matapos lang ang isang requirement. Pero pag natapos na yung paglipas ng siguro 1 linggo, 2 linggo, o kaya naman ay 2 buwan, petiks ka na lang. Kasi kabisado mo na, hindi ba? There is a routine. There is some sort of permanence and consistency in what I do. And so I become a master of my craft. Time allows a person to establish permanence and consistency. And that is why in all our concerns, we strive for those things. Permanence and consistency. Gusto natin, dahil nag-i-enjoy tayo at madali ang buhay na naidudulot nito, wag nang baguhin, di ba? Ganyan. But there is a deeper kind of permanence and consistency that God is expecting from us. In today's readings, we hear of the imagery of the vineyard, ubasan. The responsorial psalm for today tells us that the house of Israel is the vineyard. Ang ubasan ay yung Israel. At alam natin ang kwento ng Israel. They are the chosen people of God. They were the chosen people of God, through whom God intended to evangelize the entire world and bring all His children back to Him, who were separated from Him because of sin. Because of sin. Now, Isaiah, in the first reading for today, described how God took care of this vineyard. Anong ginagawa ng Panginoon sa kanyang pag-iingat sa kanyang ubasan? Katulad ng mga narinig nating elemento sa gospel natin. Iningatan, binakuran, nilagyan ng tower, nilagyan ng watchtower, para mabantayan. Inaruga at inalagaan ng lupa, ay sigurado pinataba, diniligan, pinrune. It took him some time to prune. That's how you take care of a vineyard. Imagine your own little garden. Ako may garden akong maliit sa taas. Mga maliliit na halaman lang naman yung nakasabit doon. Kasama si Mama Mary sa terrace. Pero it requires a lot of time. So that these plants will really be beautiful and will bring out no, something that is pleasurable for us. In the same manner, God took care of His vineyard, Israel. But towards the end, sabi ng propeta Isaias, instead of bearing good fruits, good grapes, to his surprise, the landowner, the vineyard owner, saw wild grapes. Maasim, mapakla, pangit na bunga. The prophet Isaiah tells us in the first reading, the landowner destroyed his own vineyard. Why did he destroy the vineyard? Because the fruit did not match and complemented the effort that he put in taking care of the vineyard. Hindi nagtugma. Hindi nagtugma yung bunga doon sa kanyang ginawa. Hindi siya nagkulang. And Israel behaved exactly in that manner. God prepared everything. There was no need, actually, for the landowner, God, to put those hedges and watchtower and whatnot. Because it is part of the culture and the custom of the Jewish people and the Israelites, no? That a landowner leases his land to tenants. At sila na bahala dun. But this landowner, God, took care of everything. And He sent prophets to them. The parable that we have heard in the gospel tells us of the servants of the landowner sent to obtain the produce, the fruits of the vineyard. Pero ano ginawa ng mga tenants? They killed them. Not once, but twice. And even when the landowner sent his own son to them for just one particular mission, to obtain the fruits of that vineyard, they also killed the son. This is what I am referring to. Permanence and consistency. Nagkakaroon tayo ng problema. Conflict between the fruit and the vineyard, our life, when we start treating everything as our own. When a person treats grabbing life for his own, for himself, ang bunga hindi magtutugma doon sa ini-intend o sinasadyang iniintensyon ng Diyos na mangyari sa buhay mo. Permanence and consistency, therefore, must lead towards good fruits. Good fruits. Permanence and consistency means you are consistent with the idea, with the truth, that everything about myself, everything that I have, everything that I see is not mine. And if I have them right now, it is because the landowner List it to me. Ipinahiram ng Diyos sa akin. Alam niyo, isang kanta na naaalala ko lagi, no, kapag ang pinag-uusapan ay ang ganitong topic, yung madalas natin kinakanta pag may patay, hiram sa Diyos ang aking buhay. Di ba? Tugmang-tugma, pasok na pasok. Kailangang ipaalala sa sarili. The Israelites, especially the leaders, the chief priests and the elders to whom Jesus was speaking, established permanence and consistency in the wrong way. Permanence and consistency in the idea that we are the authority. I own this life. I am salvation. And therefore, they began to crumble in faith. Nagkakaproblema na. At kahit na nagkakaproblema na obvious na may problema kasi hindi nagtutugma yung sinasabi nila sa kanilang ginagawa at ang mga tao hindi na ililigtas, ang mga makasalanan ay nananatiling makasalanan at kung hindi man ay pinapatay pa, kahit na may ganitong conflicts, they are in denial because they have established a wrong kind of permanence and consistency. And Jesus speaks to them and said, okay, sige, pangatawanan mo yung pagmamatigas mo. But remember, towards the end of this lifetime, the landowner will take this vineyard away from you because you did not take care of it. You did not protect it. Our responsibility must be seen in the way we take care of everything that God has entrusted to us. Saint Francis of Assisi, there was a moment in his life because he wanted God to take control of everything about him and to really make use of him in his vineyard. Francis took off everything. Hinubad niyang lahat, literally. No? Hinubad niya. Si Saint Francis po ay galing sa isang mayamang pamilya. Mayaman talaga. Hinubad niya ang lahat ng ito. Literally, sa harapan ng kanyang mga kamag-anak, parang isang reunion party. To let go and let God take the wheel. To end, I do not know if you are familiar with Supercar Blondie. No, kilala niyo ba 'yon, no? Supercar Blondie. Yan, no? Ito isang sikat na vlogger, no? Supercar Blondie. She is living in Dubai. At ang mga nire-review niyang mga kotse ay supercars. No? Yung talagang high-end na yayamanin, no? Mahirap makita. At hindi pa nabibenta talaga in the market. No? Mga kotseng solar, kotseng automated, hindi mo na kailangan mag-drive. No? Mga nagsasalitang kotse, mga ganyan. Ayan yung kanyang subject dun sa kanyang vlog. And this Supercar Blondie, this vlogger, no, has an assistant. And her assistant is a Filipina. Nandoon sa Dubai. At yung Pilipinang ito'y nagpunta doon sa Dubai 3 years ago to work because she wants to send her children to school and allow them to finish their studies. Tinitiis na malayo sa kanyang mga anak. At nung nandoon siya, Supercar Blondie, the vlogger, described this Filipina. At ang sabi ng vlogger, she is everything. She takes care of my schedule, she takes care of some administrative duties, she cleans the house, she prepares food. She does everything. And she does them with her best. And then one day, the vlogger surprised this Filipina overseas worker. She prepared cash. Cash that will be enough to send her children to school. At makatapos. And when the vlogger gave the gift to the Filipina, she cried. Of course. She cried. But she gave justice to what she was doing. She gave her best to what she was doing. Not only because she needs to earn money, but she gives her best. Because the interest and intention is good. Mabuti. Ito yung bunga na hinihintay. Ang mabuting bunga. Ipinagkakatiwala ng Diyos sa atin ang lahat ng ito para magkaroon ng mabuting bunga. At yung mabuting bunga na ito ang magdadala sa atin sa kaharian. And therefore, owning everything for ourselves while the fruit becomes sour grape will take us away from the kingdom. Kaya tanungin natin ang ating mga sarili, ang lahat ng ipinagkatiwala sa akin ng Diyos, paano ko nililinang? Paano ko pinagyayaman? At ikalawang tanong, ito ba'y nagdudulot ng mabuti? Kapag ang isang bagay na pinahiram sa iyo ng Diyos ay pinaglilinang at pinagbubuti mo at talagang ginagalingan mo, pero ang bunga ay masama, may problema. May problema. This is one good idea to reflect on, especially now that we have a lot of time to spend together with our families. I know parents would always want the best for their children. I know that they will do everything for their children. Pero yung bunga ba ng pagsisikap mo ay mabuti? Naituturo mo ba sa kanila ang pagpapakumbaba? Takot sa Diyos? Pagmamahal sa kapwa? Let us ask Saint Francis to intercede for us and to teach us the meaning of poverty and humility. Poverty in a sense of letting go of ownership and always reminding ourselves that God is the owner. And humility, to surrender to Him so that there will be permanence and consistency between what we do and their fruits. Because these fruits will be harvested, and these fruits is the key towards heaven.